These are this week's hottest NFL fantasy football IDP defensive moves to make.
Let's check in with the Lions' Anzalone, who just might offer the best combination of safety and ceiling this week. Anzalone continues to be an IDP workhorse, and a season average of 5.5 combined tackles per game. He provides a solid floor overall. And his Week 11 performance against the Eagles, he delivered 6 total tackles and 1 tackle for a loss. And while his 12-tackle outing against the Chiefs remains his only higher-end LB1 performance of the season, his consistency is key in this matchup. Looking at Week 12, Anzalone faces the New York Giants. Not anything new, but the Giants are still a top 12 team in allowing points to the linebacker position and pretty favorable across the board in all IDP scoring. This solid matchup, combined with Anzalone's near 100% snap rate, makes him a safe option with significant upside. So Anzalone is another deeper option whose LB2 floor is safe, but the matchup offers the potential for a solid LB1 ceiling this week.
And now we go a little deeper. San Francisco's Malik Mustafa, who is all about opportunity and volume this week. Mustafa, who missed the first part of the season, is a guy we are depending heavily on volume and matchup to deliver. And not to pick on the guy, but he has not graded out very well since his return. However, due to the rough state of the 49ers defense and a long list of injuries, Mustafa is locked into a full-time role. Since his return, the second-year safety has tallied 35 tackles across 5 contests, logging 95% of San Francisco's defensive snaps each of the past 4 weeks. He also showed upside in Week 11 with 4 tackles, 1 pass defended, and his first interception of the season. And looking at Week 12, this is where the value truly lies. The 49ers face the Carolina Panthers, which, as you know, we love picking on. They have remained a top 5 matchup for the safety position in many fantasy formats, and they don't disappoint very often. So, given Mustafa's guaranteed snap share against this elite matchup, he is a volume-dependent DB2 with a clear shot at DB1 production you can plug and play Week 12.
Our next player is a guy emerging and one of the deepest with high-end DL1 potential this week. Former first-rounder defensive end Myles Murphy is making the most of a massive opportunity in Cincinnati. He is seeing extra playing time because the Bengals' defensive line has been decimated, with both star pass rusher Trey Hendrickson still sidelined and former first-round pick Shamar Stewart recently placed on injured reserve. Murphy has stepped up with immediate production. In his last 2 games, he has been a tackling machine, logging 6 combined stops and a pass defended in Week 9. Then, after their bye week, he came in with 7 combined tackles, 1 tackle for loss, and a sack in Week 11. And now he sits at a solid 2.5 sacks on the season, 1 as a full-time starter. And this sudden production surge comes just in time for an absolutely elite matchup. Murphy faces the New England Patriots in Week 12, and the Patriots' offense is one of the most vulnerable in the league, having allowed the second most sacks to quarterbacks this season. Drake May is constantly under duress, leading to huge tackle and pressure opportunities for the opposing defensive line. So the consensus is Murphy can be confidently streamed as a DL2 option this week, with the bonus of another favorable DL matchup against the Ravens looming in Week 13. And if you need a quick-fix DL with great volume and an unparalleled matchup, Myles Murphy looks like a great option. And for our final DL pickup, we're targeting a veteran presence fresh off an injury who gets a huge boost this week. Let's talk about the Titans' Arden. Key is a solid high-upside add for managers needing deeper defensive line help, and this veteran edge defender is perfectly poised to get on a roll and take advantage of his upcoming favorable matchup. He had missed multiple games due to an injury, but he made his presence immediately felt in his Week 11 return versus the Texans. His performance, which included 3 tackles, 2 for a loss, and 1.5 sacks, was his best game of the season, instantly confirming his role as a necessary edge presence on the Titans' defensive front again. And when healthy, his veteran production provides a reliable floor. Not that this year's stats have reflected that yet, but Key is not just an average pass rusher, known well in deeper formats. His history of streaming production suggests he's more than capable of stringing together high-impact plays when given the matchup, and sometimes even when it's not exactly perfect. His Week 12 matchup is with the Seahawks, whose offensive line is ranked in the bottom third of the NFL in many rankings we see. So given the favorable matchup against one of the league's worst units, He has the momentum and proven skill set to secure a significant IDP impact. Let's pencil him in as a DL2, but make sure you have a look around first. And that wraps up our look at the 3 must-add defensive linemen for Week 12. For more weekly IDP advice and IDP Fantasy Football waiver wire pickups, be sure to like and subscribe. And good luck this weekend.
They doubted us every step of the way, but we knew what we were capable of.